Hey guys, it's JC's Reborn Journey here, and I'm Jaden. How are you? And I spelled my name Jayden. I want to talk to you. This is going to be a transgender video, and we're going to be talking about transitioning and what I've gone through and what I find different, and go into a lot of depth of what people don't really talk about. So, of course, appropriate stuff, but yeah, and if you guys have any questions, you're more than welcome to leave me any questions down below. So you can leave me any comments you would like, positive, negatives, it doesn't matter to me. Just remember, if it's a negative, I'm probably not going to respond to you. But other than that, it don't bother me at all. So we'll talk a little bit about my background, my transgender background first, and then we'll talk about, the stages and stuff. So, I knew I was transgender when I was 5 years old. I was very adamant. I feel bad for my parents, but I was very adamant. I finally got my mom to let me dress like a boy at 7. And now you gotta remember, it's back in the 80s. I was born in 81. And when I was 5, that means it would have been 86. And 87, 88. So 88 would have been when she finally let me try and start a little bit here and there. But basically, as a kid, I wanted to die having girl clothes on. Like, I just felt, it was almost like being naked. Be honest with you. Like, it's like walking around naked. I mean, when you're walking around with something that doesn't fit you, I mean, I wanted to kill myself at 7, at 5. Like, I just felt, and on top of that, I was being bullied so bad that, by everybody, school, family, it didn't matter, just everybody. And people just treated me like a freak. I was just a boy, just trapped in the wrong freaking body. I also developed young, so I started developing here at the age of 8, and I refused to wear a bra, and got bullied for it. But on top of that, what did I say? Like when I was like 11, 12 years old, I look at them, I'm like, how can I cut these off? And people are trying to sell me that you don't have to have gender dysphoria to be transgender. And I, myself, as a trans person, for me, I believe you do. But that's my opinion. But that's my opinion because I'm transgender. Like, I've been through it. I know it. I'm not somebody that got it later on in life. I think I was just born in the wrong body. Oh, but I don't have gender dysphoria. No, I wanted to cut them off. I used to make pee devices that never worked, but I tried. And I wanted to die. I mean, I was hospitalized by the age of 12, but that's for a lot of different reasons. And one of them had to do with, being transgender and not being accepted and not allowing me to do what I need to do. If I say I need to cut my hair, that means cut my hair. If that means put me in boy clothes and don't ever put me in a dress, that means don't ever put me in a dress. And that just wasn't happening. I was being tortured. I would, family just ruined special occasions, Oh, you can't wear this, you gotta wear this, you can't wear that, oh, you can't wear a tie, you can't look too much like a boy, 'cause you're my daughter. No, I'm your son, you just had the wrong sex of a baby. So, not my fault. I didn't ask to be born. But I also didn't ask to be born the wrong sex either. So, was in the hospitals for 3 years. And they just kept, oh yeah, You got this, you got that, you got this, you got that. You ever think to actually, like, pay attention to the transgender part? No. No, just, you got this problem, you got this problem, you got that problem, you got this problem. And, but I was always bullied, even as an adult, and even by family. And bullied, like, it's so sad that the first time I was actually authentically able to wear what I wanted to a special occasion was this past June to my best friend's wedding. He's the only person that never had a problem with me being a transgender man. And he even always told me, he's like, I always saw you as a guy. Because I was nervous about the way our relationship would change after I transitioned, and I've gotten closer with him, not further away. And there's some friends that I had that pushed me away, won't talk to me, won't nothing, since I transitioned. You know? It's been an adjustment for everybody, including myself. Especially for me. But it's been an adjustment for everybody. I always thought, you know, oh, insurance is never going to pay for this. It's going to cost me so much money. I'm never going to have that much money. I've always been poor. Like, poorer than poor. I've never had money. So, I thought it was just out of my reach. I'm just going to have to be tortured and suffered my whole life. And when I met Dennis, he made it a little easier for me. But even when I was with him, I kept talking to him about how I wanted these off. And would you be okay with me if I just had these off? And, you know, but didn't do anything down there while you were alive, you know. And so when we first started dating, it wasn't too bad. I noticed because I had someone that just loved me for me, didn't care what sex I was, just loved me for me, unconditionally, with no questions asked, like a puppy, you know? I mean, it was unbelievable. And to have someone that actually had that kind of love and affection towards you, you know, the transgender kind of took a back seat. Well, I thought I could never do anything. And then I got into the reborns, and that was good for a while. And then I started watching transgender videos on YouTube. And I started, it wasn't jealousy, but to have that information that, yes, insurances actually do cover this now. You know, yes, you can actually have testosterone. Yes, you can actually do this. And while I was with Dennis for like 5 years, I'm just like, I need to do this. I need to do this. I need to do this. I need this. And, I told Dennis, because we were going to try and have kids, but that wouldn't have worked anyways. And that we were only able to try for 1 month, and then he got sick anyways. But, and that was with the surrogate father. But when, when he got, I mean, I told him when I wanted to have kids that I'm letting you know now that I am going to give it 4 years, but once I turn 40, I definitely want to transition no matter what. And this was before he got sick. And he's like, okay, I'm okay with that, you know. I don't think he really understood the concept, the concept. But he just loved me for me. He didn't care what I looked like. He didn't care what you know what I mean? Like, it just didn't matter to him. Love was love. Love was unconditional no matter what. So, when he did get sick, they took care of him. You know, obviously, I took a back seat. Nothing was focused on me. Everything was focused on him. And then when he was in the inpatient hospice, I remember this part like it was yesterday. I remember everything like it was yesterday. But I had my journal, or my book that I was writing in, and I looked up at my mom and I said, Mom, you know the only thing that's going to keep me alive is if I transition right now. Like, I just said, I can't wait anymore. It's been 36 years. I can't wait anymore. So when I was 36, so Dennis passed away on July 2nd of 2017. I legally started getting my name changed by July 18th of 2017. That took 4 months. But I went to the testosterone doctor in, I think it was either July or August. And I think it was July, though, to be honest with you. It was July or August. Maybe I called in July, didn't see them till August, and then got another appointment for September 15th. I started looking around for top surgeons, which is this. And I found one, because there's only 2 in the state of Massachusetts that take my insurance. And I'm not sure if that's just the case, or if there's only 2 in Massachusetts to do it for transgender people. So, I saw the guy in Boston. I set that appointment up for September 19th. So, September 15th, I started testosterone, but it was not the right dose, so I was fighting with them. And I didn't know this, but they had set me up with a nurse practitioner and hated her. Like, I didn't mind her, but I went there a few times. They were trying to say that they canceled the appointment. I'm like, what cancel appointment? I just paid to get here by train, and that's not, it doesn't come easy to me. So I was, yep. And when this happened, one of the doctor who she works under, which is my doctor now, he went and saw me anyways that day because of this. But when I found out that the testosterone wasn't doing anything, on October 3rd, I ended up going back there, and I told him, I said, I need to be on a therapeutic dose. Why is she giving me crap? Like, literally, the dosage she gave me stays in the syringe. So I was sticking myself for nothing. On top of that, at the beginning, they weren't letting me do it. They were making somebody else do it. When I'm like, dude, just teach me how to do it so I can do it myself. This is ridiculous. And my doctor's office didn't know how to do it. And I'm not going to Boston every week to go get it done. So they got me certified. I'm not certified, but they're like, okay, go ahead, you try and do it, blah, 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 blah. I did it. I did it in front of them. They were fine with it. They're like, wow, you did a good job. I'm like, yeah, now let me do it and leave me alone. Speaking of that, I forgot to pick up my meds. Testosterone was one of them, but that's all right. Anyways, so I'll pick it up tomorrow on my way out. I went and saw him and had more of a therapeutic dose. And then October 18th was when I got approved for surgery and got a date for February 27th for the surgery of 2018. And then on October 23rd, I went to the court and got my name officially, legally changed. So I have another birthday. And then February 27th of 2018, I had top surgery. It took me 7 weeks to recover, with a couple more weeks, probably a couple more months. And then on November 1st, I had the full hysterectomy, like the full hysterectomy. I had all 4 organs out. There's 5 organs there. I had 4 of them out. So, there had nothing there now. One of the reasons why I wanted everything out, not just because I'm a boy, but also because my Nana actually had ovarian cancer. So, I don't want to have any risk of having any cancer. There's no reason to have anything in your body that you're not going to use. So, it's pointless it being in there anyways. And I ended up having cysts all on my ovaries, so it wouldn't have mattered. I would not have ever been able to have kids. So now let's talk about stages that I was going through. So I'm sure you're wondering how long it took before that stopped, because I'm not going to say the word, but you know it's down there, blah, 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 whatever. And it took me 2 months. So when that happened, I actually started making reusable pads instead of buying them, because I didn't want to go to the store looking like a dude buying them. So that it went for about 2 months and stopped. So by December of 2017, it was no longer. Thank God. And then, so I'm trying to think, just because a lot of things, let me see if I can remember the stages. So, like, at the beginning, very guy-like down there. That subsided. I think drugs also had something to do with it. And then by September 15th of 2018, I mean, I'm trying to just think of like the stages, but I don't really remember a lot of the stages at the beginning. I know after my top surgery, I started using my minoxidil on my face for a little while. It got a little bit more in. I know I probably need to shave. That's how it's gonna work, but. So now I'm getting a little bit more down here. I'm thinking possibly maybe a goatee, but I don't have enough right here yet. So, but it needs to be cut down. So I'm kind of thinking, I don't know. Cut all down here, maybe just have the goatee, try the goatee out. I haven't had a goatee since I was like the first year I transitioned. So anyways, by September 15th, when I went to my 1 year, everything started changing. Like taste. Even weed. Like I couldn't smoke weed. I couldn't eat. I was losing so much weight. I was getting ready for surgery and I couldn't, I even asked my surgeon, I'm having an eating disorder, something's going on, I'm losing a lot of weight, are we still good for surgery? Oh yeah, everything's good for surgery. So that went on. I mean, I think I always had an eating disorder, but I'm always so picky about food, but I'm also afraid of food because it makes me sick. So, but I noticed I'm more OCD about my body, like my image, my look. Like I'm very dysphoric about my body image. And I think that enhanced transitioning. So I ended up going into a inpatient treatment for eating disorder, which that place sucked. So I was only there for 5 days and I left. And then I'm trying to think, because by March 17th of 2019 is when I started doing drugs. So things started going downhill from there. I ended up being in hospitals a lot. I'm trying to just think about like the different. I know my weight or my weight kind of fluctuated. Eating disorder was going on for a while. I finally started getting the eating disorder under control when I got back here. I sobered up. You know, so I've been eating well since I've been away from my ex-friend. So she could stay the hell away from me for my life. Leave me alone. I moved on. You need to move on. I don't want anything to do with you. So, go bye-bye. I do a lot better. I can save a lot more money. I am sober. I take my testosterone every week without a problem. And I'm eating. So she was not helping with that. So actually she was making it worse. So I could just tell you kind of about what stages I've been going through maybe lately. I mean, eating disorder was a big one. And then, like, now I'm starting to go through this phase where I get nauseous when I eat. I mean, nauseous because I'm hungry. So that started, I think, back this past October. And it's been going on since. I've noticed there's been a lot of changes going on in the last year because I've been taking my testosterone every week since February. So, because before I was taking it like twice a month and, skipping a couple of weeks and, so I feel a lot better mentally, physically, everything like that. So, all right, enough with the stages. Let's talk about something different. Obviously, still about this. But let's talk about changes that have happened that a lot of people probably don't talk about. People look at me and they still see the old me. But honestly, and I try to explain this to my mom too, but honestly, a lot of things have changed. Chemically in the brain, the way I think, the way I behave, the way I handle situations, everything. So let's go a little bit more in detail. So, when my ADHD has gotten worse, but I don't take anything for it, and I, for some reason, can focus, but I can't sit still. So, as you notice, can't sit still. Can't sit still. I always have to be moving. I think that's one of the reasons why I need to smoke weed at night to go to bed. That and melatonin. And then I can go to sleep. Or else I'd be up all night and I'd be manic within no time. So it actually is a medicine to help me go to bed. I don't smoke it all day long like everybody else. I just use it for medication for bedtime. Or to settle down. Or to, calm you down. I don't really... And I don't do it until after 8. And it's already 8:21. So, and it's legal in my state. So... I'm happy with that. ADHD's gotten really bad. Driving got worse. Like, paying attention and driving, that got worse. I think it's the ADHD that does that. My OCD has changed, but I'm noticing it's starting to come back the way it used to be, but that's because my friend... that could stay away from me, has traumatized me for life because she never did dishes. She was a hoarder because she was just a loser and didn't want to clean because she was just too lazy to get off her fat butt and do it. No laundry, never did dishes, would beg people to do it for her, wouldn't clean. I mean, her floor was disgusting. It was a little narrow to a little pathway. Her poor kids... were in a dirty room, and she just handed them chips and let them jump around, and no structure, no nothing. Wouldn't even pay attention to them. Like, I really was sickening, and that was one of the other reasons why I had to leave. But never clean the toilet. So right now, my big thing is because I am OCD. My OCD changed. But it's now intensifying a little bit more. But now I also use my OCD to my advantage. I do have to have my dishes clean now. I have to wash them really good. I have to make sure my toilet and my tub is clean all the time. Because I wouldn't even shower at her house. That's how gross it was. And I asked my friend, why don't you ever go around? She's like, you seen that place? Like, she was even asking me why I even wanted to... how I could even be in her apartment, because that's how gross it was. And my friends knows I like a clean place. So she didn't like, how do you even like this? Now, if I didn't transition, I would never have gone into that house. But I did transition, so things were changing. Like, I didn't care as much, or it didn't bother me. I just wanted to be with people and children. So now I'm not. So, sorry, Angel, I'll have to call you back. Love you too. So, now I, am getting a little bit more myself back. In regards to that, I am, I like a clean house. I'm trying to, maintain my car a little better now. I am, being responsible, behaving, all that stuff. And that's hard to do as a guy. So a couple of things I notice is I burp a lot. So I do have acid reflux disease, but since being transitioned, I burp and, yep, a lot more than as a woman. I'm losing my hair. I'm noticing little things like my veins are popping out, and there's like really weird. Oh, look at that vein, and then look this right there, and then the hand. Now these are all coming in. I mean, we're talking really defined things here. Same thing with the legs. I can't show you because my. Oh, let me just take this out. I'm noticing, especially since I've been working out and exercising, this used to come over this, and now it doesn't seem to do that anymore. You're noticing like this. This wasn't like that before. And then, some of this, like this right there. And then my neck got really thick. And then I would love to have an Adam's apple, but I don't think I'm ever going to get that. But my neck is definitely thicker. My arms are just like more defined, and so are my legs. And my feet, I'm just like obsessed with them now. Like, I've always wanted that little thing at the back of the foot to show, and now it does. I can see my bones structure in my foot now. I'm glad I don't have hair on my foot yet. I do have hair. I have more hair on my back than most men. So, yeah. And then I've been exercising, which makes me really happy. So, look at how well I'm getting. So, yeah, I mean, you guys have any questions for me, please let me know. Whether you're trans, not trans, it doesn't matter to me. I'm sure I didn't mention everything here, but it's already been 30 minutes almost, so I am going to let you go. I definitely want to work the chest. I want to work the stomach, the sides, and then still get more muscle in the arms. Not like I need anymore. I don't know why this one doesn't show very well. It shows bigger in there than when I'm looking at it. This one, I'm a righty, and my left one, because I have problems with my wrists, so I don't think I'm getting as much thing in there, but yeah, whatever. Anyways, if you guys like this video, don't forget to like down below. Feel free to leave me any comments. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please subscribe, and I will see you guys back here next time. Have a good night, guys.